This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Jackson versus Johnson. You all are recently married. You married a man 10 years your junior, and you believe he may be playing games with your heart. Miss Jackson, please tell me why you're here today.
Well, Your Honor, our marriage is on the line.
Okay.
I think he's cheating on me.
Okay.
With his ex-wife and multiple other women. I've been holding back on sex from him for a while, you know, and I'm not gonna change my last name into Johnson until I find out if he's cheating on me today or not.
Mr. Johnson, sounds like you're trying to have your cake and eat it too.
No, Your Honor. I love my wife. My wife has always been there for me. She's been there for me through everything I've been through, and, you know, I've just been trying to do everything I can to salvage our relationship.
Okay. Miss Jackson, it hasn't always been like this. Tell me how you two met.
We got married 4 days after his divorce.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, like, you went from one, So you got divorced, Mr. Johnson, on June 10th, and you got married June 14th?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, y'all ain't been married but about 15 minutes and y'all here with me?
It's just that after, you know, he moved in with me in October of 2018, you know, we was having some back and forth with his ex-wife.
Okay.
You know, she started sending me all type of sexual explicit messages. She's saying that, you know, Martez couldn't possibly want to be with me because of the things he said that, you know, he wanted to do with her.
And Ms. Jackson, you actually submitted your recollection of that text exchange between your husband and his ex-wife, correct?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson writes, "Can I come over? Want to blank your blank."
No, Marty, I'm done with that.
Please, you know I love you, I want and need you.
Yeah.
And he's still having this exchange with his ex-wife.
Yeah, that's what she was telling me.
Your Honor, those
Mr. Jackson,
texts,
tell me about these texts that you sent to your ex-wife.
those texts were fake. All of those texts, she has an app that she developed, and she placed my number in there and screenshot it, and you just put in whatever you wanted to say or whatever, and she sent it to her. When she sent it to her, everything just went to hell.
And why would she do that?
I feel like she's bitter and mad about the divorce because she never thought I would do it. That's why I feel like she would do that.
Ms. Jackson, how long did it take him to tell you that he was married?
A couple of months. It was a couple of months.
You didn't lead off with that?
No, Your Honor.
Why not? Why would you deceive this woman, then string her along, only to, a couple months later, just drop the bomb on her?
Well, Your Honor, at that time, all I wanted was the divorce, and she said as long as she can keep the house where she was, then that's how that worked out. I moved out of that house. That was it.
All right, so it's your testimony that you are not having sex with your ex-wife?
Yes.
All right, that's the bottom line. Well, there's your wife's side, there's the husband's side, and there's the ex-wife's side, and she is here. Would you bring her in, Ron?
We'll go right up to the witness.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Can you state your name for the court record?
Najee Johnson.
All right. Ms. Johnson, can you tell me about your relationship with Mr. Johnson?
Well, I'm the first Mrs. Johnson, but happily no more.
Okay.
I'm the mother of his 3 children. We met in grade school, and
You met Mr. Johnson in grade school?
yes, ma'am.
You've known him basically all your life?
Pretty much.
Okay, all right. What ended your relationship with Mr. Johnson?
His infidelity, his disrespect. I didn't want to put up with it anymore, so I left.
So how do you explain the text messages that we looked at?
He sent those to me. He told me that basically he wanted to get back, and I told him I was happy. I didn't want anything to do with him and to leave me alone. I didn't want anything to do with him.
When were those messages sent to you?
March of last year, something like that, and then he sent some more later on, but I don't recollect it at this time.
those messages are fake
No, they're not.
because she knows I was in a relationship.
And I didn't care. I'm happy. You don't see me? I'm happy. I'm over you. That is done. I don't want nothing else to do with you.
So,
Zero.
Mr. Johnson, we do this every day. And let me tell you, when they fake messages, it's like, I'm gonna swing you from the ceiling, and it's gonna be more information on your side. Like, I'm gonna do this to you. Yeah, I want you to do that to me.
What else you gonna do to me?
And then I'm gonna do this. And then then tomorrow I'm gonna do that to you.
Well, won't your wife be mad?
I don't care about her. I don't love her no more.
Oh, well, if you feel that way, come on over.
I'm coming.
All right, what time are you gonna be here?
I'm coming right now.
See?
That's what it looks
That's
like.
what a fake text message looks like.
It's not this.
Are you still thirsty for your ex-wife?
Not at all.
Look at you.
Nah.
Did you just say thirsty?
That's what it sounds like.
It does sound that way, and it does look that way from how she's presenting it. But she doesn't know anything about me. She don't know when I finish from it.
You
She don't know
are so
anything
full of
about
it.
me. No.
So, Ms. Johnson, do you believe
Same
that
text.
Mr. Johnson is cheating?
I honestly can't say, but I know what I put up with him. He cheated on me several times.
So why didn't you file divorce? Why didn't you
Because
file?
I'm busy at home with your children,
For 6
and I
months?
couldn't afford it.
So do you have any interest in Mr. Johnson?
Not at all. All I want is for our communication to get better with our children. We have very, very poor communication. I'm no longer the sugar mommy.
All right.
It's not
Thank
your
you, Ms.
choice.
Johnson.
What are you saying that for?
She needs to know your true nature. She needs
Okay.
to know how you truly are. I don't know.
I know for a fact.
Hold on. Ms. Jackson, when we started speaking with you, you said that you were not only worried about the other Mrs. Johnson, the first Mrs. Johnson, the ex-Mrs. Johnson, you also said that you believed he was with other women.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I also found messages on his phone of him, I guess, texting his homeboys. I have it right here.
Ron, would you get that, please?
And so these are things that you found going through his phone?
Yes.
Boy, it's this sexy, blank, thick, blank sitting next to me all over me right now. Damn, I want her.
Get a blank, bro. You scared, blank?
And Mr. Johnson responds, already got her number.
So this is a text message you found in his phone.
Yep.
What did you say to him after you found this?
I asked him about that, and he said, I don't know how that got there.
So, it says you already got her number on here. Did you find out whether he got this woman's number?
Yes. I went through his phone, and there's a contact of him sending pictures of a white girl and him hugged up together to all his friends, telling them, this is a little thing I hit from time to time.
This is a little thing I hit time to time?
Yes, ma'am.
With this picture?
With that picture.
Uh-huh.
What is this?
Okay.
Okay, like, what is this? Oh, she asked to use my phone, but I thought your contact...
Hold on, Miss Jackson, because, you know, he's standing here silent. I want to hear what he has to say, because we've already used his fake. We already used his exes out to get him. So I want to know, who is Boo Thing?
Well, I was on my way back from Detroit, going back to South Carolina, and a female asked me, can she use my phone? It wasn't like how it seemed like. It was, she used my phone, she brought it back to me. When she brought it back to me, the number that she used, she saved that picture and that name in the phone.
Okay, so here's where I'm gonna catch you. This is what you testified to.
Yes.
She asked to borrow my phone at the layover.
Yes.
She gave me my phone back.
Yes.
Then she said, let's take a picture. So, and you took the picture. But you said when she gave it back to you, Boo Thing was already on there because you didn't know that she had done that. Somebody sitting there taking a picture, loading it up to your phone, you sitting right there with them, you don't know what's going on. Is that what you're testifying to?
I see her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask the other Mrs. Johnson. Does this sound familiar to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Why does it sound familiar?
He told me about a woman before that he would go meet up with and have intercourse. And
She's
that's when I
lying.
officially
She
told
is
it
lying.
was over.
So was this woman Boo Thing?
I don't know who she was, but it was occasional. His thing that he messed with occasionally, like he said.
Wow.
I know I'm not.
Told me about this girl the other day, too.
So, Miss Jackson, you've been listening to all this. What's going through your mind?
I know if these results come back and it comes back as him, because I asked him over and over and over again, we gonna have a problem.
All right.
We gonna have a problem.
Well, Mr. Cutler, tell me what we got.
Well, I think we got a problem now.
Yeah,
You know,
I would agree with you wholeheartedly.
Ms. Jackson says we think we're gonna have a problem. I think we got a problem now.
We got a problem.
We found the hookup text in his phone where he says he succumbed to peer pressure and already got this girl's number.
Right.
So then we have the testimony of his ex-wife saying that this is consistent with his nature and his behavior.
Well, at this time, the court would like to call forensic voice analyst Guy Wolf to determine, is he cheating? Ron, please join me. Mr. Wolf, good day.
Good day to you, Your Honor.
How are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you. How about you?
I'm great. So this forensic voice analysis, can you explain for the benefit of the litigants how this works?
Sure. When you speak, you have AM and FM frequencies in your voice, like on a radio. When you tell a lie, the FM frequency goes away. I can then look at the algorithms on my computer and I can determine where someone is being deceptive.
And this is involuntary. It's not something you can control.
Correct. It's controlled by the central nervous system.
It's not something you can hide, not something you can fake.
No, sir.
All right. Let's take a look at the first question you asked, Mr. Wolf.
Have you had physical sexual contact with the white woman you met on the bus and took a photo with?
No.
What did the forensic voice analysis determine?
The voice analysis determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
All right.
So we can scratch boot thing out.
You can put a check in that box.
All right.
Nothing going on there.
Now, let's take a look at the next question you asked, Mr. Johnson.
Since you moved in together October 6th of 2018, have you had physical sexual contact with anyone other than Miss Lakeisha Jackson?
No.
What did the forensic voice analysis determine?
The voice analysis determined that he was being deceptive, Your Honor.
Mr. Johnson?
I kissed a girl. The white girl.
The one on the bus?
Yes.
I don't even think it's her, and I don't even think it's a kiss. He's coming up with that because he's found guilty. It's something else. And
Wait.
it's somebody else.
And Mr. Johnson, you standing up here in this courtroom, you just dropped a bald face one. Because the first question was, have you had physical sexual contact with the white woman you met on the bus and took a photo? You said no.
And it says you were
And you were truthful.
So it ain't the
I
white girl.
don't know who it is. That's why I said I don't know. I don't know what that would be. I don't do anything with anybody. I'm
Okay. You know what, Mr. Cutler? Because this right here about to make me say something. So go ahead.
Let's take a look at the next question you asked, Mr. Johnson.
Since you moved in together with Lakeisha Jackson October 6th of 2018, have you had sexual intercourse with your ex-wife, Miss Najee Johnson?
no.
What did the forensic voice analysis determine?
The forensic voice analysis determined that he was being deceptive, Your Honor.
What?
That's
How is
not
that
true.
possible?
There is
How is
no
that
way.
possible?
No way.
How is that
It's not.
possible?
You all were still married then, weren't you?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Yes.
We didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't
Okay.
have sex.
So this is not like
Well, that's a long
far-fetched,
time
like
ago.
some woman, off the street. This
I
is
can't go to Detroit, Michigan, come back to South Carolina without her knowing.
Okay, you've been to Detroit since you've been.
I have. Have I ever seen you? Besides court,
No.
have I ever seen you?
I cut him off. He begged to come
Cheating?
home, and I told him, hell no.
This not making
Nope.
sense.
All right, Miss
It's not
Jackson,
making
what
sense.
is it that you want to do?
I don't know. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I love their kids. I love their kids. And I don't want to destroy that.
you know, we all have to look after our kids. I mean, that is what we do as parents. But looking after your kids doesn't mean you forget about you as a person.
I know.
You deserve to be happy.
I gotta say, if in the first 2 months of a marriage, you're here at couples court, if the first 2 months ain't good, 12 years from now is gonna be horrible. I would say to you that you go and talk with our counselor. He can give you some other things to think about and to consider as you are moving forward with your life, whether that's with him or without him. But I would say to you, definitely need to talk to him to get some ideas. Mr. Johnson, you need to get your story straight. That's all I really got to say to you. Whichever story you gonna tell, get it straight before you tell it. And as we say in this courtroom, do not cheat yourself out of an opportunity to have a happy, truthful relationship. Court is adjourned.